I said I wasn't gonna drive. I found my old camera mount, but the suction thing doesn't work anymore, so I can't use it. Which brings me to the realization that my life is not Vlogmasness. I don't have a Vlogmasy kind of life. I think that's why the majority of people who do Vlogmas are like in their 20s, because it's like, oh, look at me. Like, I have people in my life who don't want to be on camera. And so it seems like the only time I'm really like alone is in the car. And then we've proven that that sounds like shit. I don't know. I should just park somewhere and just talk. But how boring is that? Do you guys really want to sit there and listen to me talk? I don't know. I'm going through a lot right now because I'm like very, very happy and very hopeful. I feel really good about life. I've gotten away from some situations that I feel like were bringing me down on deep, deep levels. And I feel very good about it. But like, I've been trying to have a breakthrough with some things I've been working on for years. And have you ever like for instance, trying to learn not just YouTube, but any kind of online thing or a tech thing or something like that, like marketing funnels, sales things, whatever, all that stuff. I'm trying to have a breakthrough in my understanding with it, and I'm instead feeling very frustrated. And this is what happens to me, like the Rubik's Cube. I've not been able to figure it out. Other people that I don't consider to be extremely intelligent that I know figured it out like in 2 seconds. And then they try to explain it to me. They go, look, you just try to get the green part over here. See? Right there. The green part over there. And you're like, no, that doesn't make any fucking sense to me. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, right there. The green part over there. And I've just never, I'm always like, what? No. So, it reminds me of this game called, it was some Prince of Persia, something like that. And there was a video game, and I love video games. It was like a video game on your computer, though. And I remember I got to this point where I could not get past this level. And like my sister has this dedication to once she's on that level, she's going to get off that level. For me, I go through so much emotional turmoil if I've really given it a shot. Like, I'm not talking about I've just hit an obstacle and then I'm like, oh, you know, I'm going to give up. No, I'm talking about like obstacle that doesn't go away for like, you know, a year or something. I start to get where I feel like I'm out of breath. I feel like I've been kicked in the stomach, kicked in the heart. I feel just like someone's taken all the wind and energy out of me. And then I just feel so incredibly depressed. I feel stupid. It starts to make me question my intelligence level. I'm like, what? How can I not figure this out? And other people that I consider not to be even that like extremely bright, they figured it out. So I don't know. I just get very, very like dejected. That's a perfect word for it. All the wind comes out of my sails. And, you know, I wish I were the type of person that would just be like, no, fuck that. I'm going to figure it out. I am like that for a lot of things. But when it comes to these core things that I'm trying to have breakthroughs with, and then I go through this whole spiritual thing too, because I'm like, maybe I'm not meant to learn this. Maybe this isn't for me. Go to the path of least resistance. Like, why am I killing myself for this? But I really feel like I want to nail it. Like, why can't I do it? I want to nail it. Why can't I nail it? So I'm dealing with all of that. I had a meltdown the past couple days where I don't want to talk to anybody. I went over to my friend's house to help her put up, like, you know, those shatter resistant lights from Costco. She wants me to help her put them up on the gazebo in her yard. And I was like, okay. And then I went over there and I ended up just like eating pizza and drinking wine and going off about everything. Which was very therapeutic. Well, I mean, when I got there, there was already pizza there. She's like, okay, the pizza got here. And I'm like, what? Wait, we haven't put the lights up. So we sat down and we ate the pizza with her mom, whom I haven't seen in a while. And it was very important that I talked to her. And then her niece. And so we're eating. And then by the time we're done eating, I look outside and it's dark. And I'm like, well, I can't put the lights up right now. And I mean very dark over by where the gazebo is. So yeah, I just was like, all right, well, I'll come back. So I'm going to go tomorrow on Sunday Today's Saturday. So it's been a rough couple days. I didn't do Vlogmas. I did record on Thursday. I don't think I recorded anything that was for Vlogmas yesterday. I recorded stuff for myself, but it was like me flipping out, me trying to figure out what was going on with myself. So I don't know, my Vlogmas, I mean, what if Vlogmas was like keeping it real? Like, you know, like what if you just kept it fucking all the way real? You know, I don't know, because I look at people and they have like this great cute little place where they live and this great kitchen, and they're wearing like matching pajamas with their boyfriend, and they're like, yeah, today we're gonna go like makeup haul shopping and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, the other day I went to Target to get underwear. Like, I don't know if we're in the same. I might be anti-Vlogmas. This might be the unvlogmas. I don't know what this is. I don't know. Just, it seems like that seems really cute, but I'm just not, that's not where I'm at right now. And maybe never. I don't know. I'm just, so I understand why I have like 4 viewers, because, and I appreciate you. I appreciate all 4 of you. Everyone who watches, thank you for watching this. I really appreciate it. And I promise to get better at vlogging in general. But one thing for me is I really want to be honest, but then I'm protecting the privacy of some people in my life. So I'm like a chameleon dropped on plaid, I guess. Maybe that's probably the heart of what's going on. The things that I want to talk about involve people that I'm respecting their privacy. So it's a little bit like, I'm like, I want to talk, I can't talk. I want to tell you so many things, I can't tell you everything. So so I just try to figure out a way to like just talk about the things I can talk about. But I'm a Sagittarius. I like to be blunt. I like to clean out all the truths of everything. And if I can't do that, I feel really weird. So that's what's ending up happening. I know I've just been complaining for 7 minutes. But how are you? How are you? What are you doing this Christmas? I mean Christmas season or Hanukkah season, Kwanzaa season, holiday season, just the holiday season. You know, I think we say that some people get depressed during the holidays, you know, from a death or whatever, a divorce, or just in general, you just get depressed. Maybe you don't have money. Maybe you've had just bad things happen and you just feel like you're disconnected from the world, and the world around you is just like, it just feels like it's all festive and happy and everyone's moving along, and you're like, I don't relate to that. We say that, but then if you actually talk from that place, I feel like people, oh my God, loud. People are like kind of annoyed by it, I guess. I don't want to say annoyed by it, but the reality of it, it's almost like they go, yeah, I accept it, but just go over there and deal with it or something. Which I get, because when you're happy, you don't want to be around people that are miserable or whatever. Okay, so I have to fill up our water jugs, and I'm gonna get a small turkey, because our dogs really like turkey right now. So we put that on top of their food, and I'm just gonna get a small turkey. And plus, we like turkey, and so we make like little food out of it. And then probably get a couple breakfast burritos. There's a place that has breakfast burritos all day. They're so good. I probably won't get one for me because the last time I wasn't wild about mine. But yeah, so but everything else there is really good. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing, and I have a lot of work to do today. I actually have, like, for clients, a lot of work to do. I'll be on my computer all day. So this is my big outing. This is the big exciting thing. Probably won't be much more Vlogmas other than this, and I'll show you a couple things. And then tomorrow I'm going to my friends to put the lights up, so I'll definitely bring you with me. You know, we can have that moment in the sun. That'll be really interesting. And there's definitely some holiday things that I want to do this month, but if you base it on what I'm feeling right now, I don't want to do anything this whole entire month. Like, I just want to focus on having this breakthrough. I don't want to, nothing. Don't want to do anything. And I feel overwhelmed. One of the things I do feel is I feel overwhelmed because there's so many things I'm working on, that I'm launching, that I'm pre-launching, that I'm, you know, and it's like I'm feeling overwhelmed, frustrated, and like I'm stuck in a whirlpool. You know, for the last few years, well, more than that. I have felt, it depends on what you're talking about. Some things I move ahead on, and some things it feels, and so I guess I'm talking about the things that I've been working really hard to try to change has not changed in many years. And no matter what, no matter how much effort I put towards it, and no matter how much time and energy and everything, and it's like I've reached a point of complete frustration with it. And it's kind of like it's freezing me out the rest of my life. Like, and I have to do my client work because they're expecting me to do it, and I want to do it. But I ultimately just, I don't even know what I feel like doing. Like maybe just taking the dogs for a walk and continually trying to push through this thing. Maybe because I'm close to a breakthrough, my frustration level is really high. I even felt like, I always see things in metaphors, and I was thinking like, I feel like I'm inside of a cocoon, and I have a jackhammer and a pickaxe, and I'm like cracking away at this one area that seems to be cracking a little bit in the cocoon. And meanwhile, the butterfly that's transformed is in the same cocoon with me, dying. And I can feel it dying. I can feel this death of this beautiful being that has gone through so much and has experienced a death of its former self, transformed into a butterfly, yet is stuck inside of a cocoon. And I'm doing everything I can. I've now, I don't even know what I am, but why am I outside of that? I don't know. But I am outside of that, and I am doing everything I can to chisel away at the cocoon to save the life of the dying butterfly. And I'm flipping out. I've done everything I can for the longest time. And all that's happening is the butterfly is dying. Every day the butterfly is dying. And I just feel so frustrated, because then through the crack, and I look out, and across the way I see all these butterflies breaking free, flying around, and I'm like, why can't I get this butterfly out? Why? Like, what is going on? I've even allowed myself to just be and accept and wait for the universe to just do whatever, and trust and let go and just do what's in front of me and follow my intuition and keep walking on that journey. And it still doesn't crack open, and I'm just like, I'm so frustrated. I'm so frustrated, and then I have this intense anxiety of like, there's this beautiful thing that's worked so hard that's dying. And so I'm up against, I'm a rock and a hard place. I'm really caught between two things, and I'm frustrated. I'm very, 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 very frustrated. I can't really explain it. I had another analogy too, not an analogy, but I was looking at, those things where people are playing like virtual video games or virtual experiences, virtual reality, I guess it's called VR, where they have the goggles on and they're like going like this. And like, if you walk by them, it looks kind of funny because they're going like this, and they're like picking things up, and you're like, oh my God, they look so stupid. I feel like it's a physical representation of what we all go through emotionally, because it's like, that's what I feel like. And I feel like people probably look at me and go, what are you frustrated about? And it's like, I am seeing a Technicolor 3D reality of a dying butterfly and a cocoon that will not break open, and me with a jackhammer and a pickaxe and everything else I can think of trying to crack it open. I am living that reality. It's very real to me. I feel like I'm in that reality. So I'm experiencing that, and people probably look at me in my life and are like, God, why is she so bitchy today? Or like, why does she seem so frustrated? Like, I thought she got that other stuff figured out. Like, and I get it. And that's why I think that our journeys are so personal. Nobody can really understand what we're going through. And that's frustrating. That's like another level of frustration, because you're like, don't you see the dying butterfly? And everyone's like, God, calm down. And you're like, we're all dying, man. No. Anyways, so I feel so much better that I just got that out. Even though I'm not being clear about all the specifics, but that's basically what I feel. And it's frustrating. It's like really frustrating. And then I'm like, happy Vlogmas, and I'm like trying to be Vlogmasy. And then I was just like today going, I'm just not Vlogmas maybe. So this is now the unVlogmas. And I'm just going to be myself. And I mean, not that I wasn't in the other one, I was. But I feel like I was thinking that for Vlogmas I should be really positive and I should be Christmassy. And I don't know what I'm going to be this month. I really don't. But I know that I'm going to be just sharing my heart with you and being like, I don't know, as real as possible. So, while protecting everybody's privacy. This is very complex, you guys. You guys, it's so hard. That's why when you're in your 20s, it's easier because you just live mostly by yourself, or you have some boyfriend that's like, okay, whatever, you know. But when you get older, it's a little bit harder because you have more complex relationships and living situations and people in your life that are like, I don't want to be in a video. And you're like, oh, okay. I don't know. Okay, so anyways, bear with me. There's a lot going on, and yeah. So let's go get water and turkey and a breakfast burrito, okay? And then I can get back and just work on my computer for like 12 hours, okay? Maybe I'll go for a walk with the dogs midway. I'll force myself to take a break around sunset, hopefully, which is like very early. And then I'll bring you along, hopefully, and then, yeah. So we'll see what today's Vlogmas ends up like. But, yeah, I hope you guys are well, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Come on, let's go. Hello. Okay, come on. Show's over. Stay. Hi, thank you.